Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well today. This is the third part of this series, the last video of a flip through of the recipe journal. Not complete, it probably never will be because I'm going to be always adding recipes and stuff, but I just wanted to show you a quick flip through. Hey guys, editing Tracy here. I noticed that I forgot to mention a couple things that I wanted to add. So I think I'm going to use this as a journal too, like, you know, to write about experiences of recipes that I've made and to look back on, and any like family experiences with meals and stuff like that. So I need to add some more paper somewhere in the book. And also I will try to add a link to everything I used below, like, you know, stuff I made used to make everything. So this is the cover that I made to protect the actual book. That's the first video that I did. It's just a piece of paper bag that I turned into faux leather. So I will have a playlist of the 3 videos together once this one is up. But I really love the way this turned out. I can't believe you can make a paper bag look like leather. It's just crazy. I just went ahead and used the same, you know, faux leather to make the closure. The eyelets fell out. Like, I don't know, I need to get some new eyelets. So I just used some brads to reinforce them, and for some reason this one's not lining up. Go ahead and look inside. So this is the cover that I made. I just designed it on Procreate and then printed it out, painted it with my vintage photo Mod Podge. I never did add anything else. I just kept it pretty simple. There's some lace down here that I got from Dollar Tree. I just sewed around the edge. And then the inside, I did reinforce the punched part with some extra cardstock and some packing tape to make it stronger, and I did the same thing with all the dividers. Editing Tracy back again. I also wanted to mention that the discs here that I have I got from Amazon. They are metal disc, vintage brass. Unfortunately I can't find them anymore. I've had these for a while and this is the first time I've ever used them, but I've looked on Amazon and I can't find them, so I'm sorry about that. I just want to let you know where they're from. Yeah, let's get back to the video. But this is the inside of the cover. I just put a little pocket to put recipes that need to be punched and added. A little mason jar made with love stamp, and then another little stamp down here that says I love to cook. And then I stamped these recipe cards and just added them. I haven't like inked them or anything yet, but I just did that a little while ago. I just realized I didn't add any recipe cards except for a couple in the back. But anyway, so this is the breakfast divider. I just added this vintage breakfast recipes that I found on either Old Design Shop or Graphics Fairy. I'll link everything down below that I've added and where I got it from. And then the inside, I went over a lot of the dividers in the video, so I probably won't talk about them too much. This one here, I just added this that I didn't show. The Walter Baker & Co.'s Breakfast Cocoa. I just thought that was cute. Recipes of, I only have 2 recipes for breakfast so far, but this one here is one that my grandpa used to make when we were kids. It's just potatoes, eggs, and bacon, but we loved it. We never knew, like, we asked him what he called it and he was just like, I don't know, potatoes, eggs, and bacon. So we're like, okay, well, we started calling it Pep. So it just kind of stuck, so that's what that says there. But yeah, I just wanted to tell that little story because I thought it was cute. And then the appetizers one I added after, mostly just because I had a gap here. And then I had my salsa recipe. I figured it would go best under appetizers, so these are some vintage recipes I found online. Quiche tartlets. I'd actually like to make this sometime, so I just printed them out. These stickers here I actually printed out, found all of this stuff on Creative Fabrica. I actually have a subscription to that. Talked about that in one of the videos. But yeah, these are clear matte sticker paper, and I love the way it looks. I printed out a whole bunch of them, and then I just inked them a little bit and make them look more vintage, and I cut them on my Cricut. And I'd like to start making stickers too and possibly selling them. I don't have an Etsy or anything, but I'm trying to figure out a way to sell them that, you know, is not gonna charge so many fees. If anybody has any suggestions, leave me a comment down below. But yeah, I just thought these were so cool. Like, I ordered some more sticker paper to make more, but I just added those 2. And then on the back I just added another recipe, savory toast strips and grilled toast sticks. Pretty much just cinnamon bread, really. And then this one here I couldn't glue on because there's not room, so I just backed it with a piece of craft cardstock and put it in the little pocket. And then there's this vintage appetizer picture and I just turned it into a pocket. Then my salsa recipe that I had this pepper, I just glued it on. And then the main dishes I talked about in the video, so I'm not going to really go over that one too much. Same thing on the back, I didn't really talk about it. There's a tuck spot here for recipes. Most of my recipes are in here so far, the main dishes. That's like the fullest one. I made a nice big tuck spot for anything because most of my recipes are probably going to be main dishes. And I also wanted to add that I did cover up that red wine stamp that I put. I just didn't like it. If I'd done it in brown, I probably wouldn't have left it, but I did find a vintage wine glass, again probably from Old Design Shop or Graphics Fairy, something like that. I got a lot of my stuff from there. I did cover that up and I think it looks much better. I added soups and stews later. I think that's why these ones look different than the rest of them. And I think I used the wrong ink, but anyway, I just added some pictures of soup, a little picture of bread, and then another tuck spot to add more, to add something. This one's probably not like too tight to add any recipes. And then the back, same thing, just some more pictures of soup and then some stamps of bread. This one I tried to stamp twice, so that's why there's no lines in it, but that's okay. My chicken soup recipe that I make when I get sick is for cold and flu. Every time I make this, it's just awesome, and it actually really does help. I do have a PayHip site, and I actually did post a blog post with this recipe on it. I can link down below for you. And I just have my cowboy stew recipe and the zuppa toscana. And then side dishes, I just have one recipe in here so far. My truffle mac and cheese. Salads, I don't have anything. Oh no, I did add some stuff, that's right. My printer doesn't seem to like when I print on the tea-dyed paper, coffee-dyed paper when it's already coffee dyed, so it keeps, adding extra ink, but that's okay. I can still read it, so I don't care. And then avocado egg salad. I've actually made this one, it's good. And then there's the desserts, and I talked about that one on the video too, so another little tuck spot. And then this is, I think, the only recipe in here. Yeah, this one I added earlier. This is like a vintage pie crust and apple pie filling. Like backed it with a piece of or coffee dyed paper, reinforced it with packing tape, and then punched it. Add it right there. And then this one is like a little folder that I made because there's like 3 pages, and it's just angel food cake recipes and stuff like that. And then on the back I added some recipe cards because I didn't have anything else to add. And then this one is the same thing, butter cakes, just different types of vintage cakes. This one is just coffee cake, buns, and breads. I think these are all from Old Design Shop, so like I said, I'll link that down below. This one I did go ahead and reinforce too, because this is a heavier cardstock just like the dividers. And then I added some recipe cards on the back of that one. This is my Thanksgiving section where I'll keep any Thanksgiving recipes that we like to make. I haven't added any recipes yet, but I did this pumpkin pie recipe, and I had this little thing here. It was actually supposed to be an envelope that I messed up, so I just cut off the ends here and just used it as a little, I don't know if it'd be called a folio. And then I just added some pictures of Thanksgiving stuff, pumpkin pie, a turkey, another piece of pumpkin pie, and then on the back a postcard that says greetings of Thanksgiving, a couple turkey, boiled turkey, just stuff like that, anything Thanksgiving. I just added that onto a piece of coffee dyed paper because the back was white. I just added those, and then some Thanksgiving desserts. I just thought that was a good idea. Thanksgiving is always a big, cooking day, of course, for everybody, so I just figured it would be good to have a Thanksgiving section in the back of the book. And then some more recipe cards, one recipe card. And then this is the back of the cover. I just stamped this 100% handmade and made with blood, sweat, and tears. Sometimes it did feel like that. And then on the back, I added a piece of the cutting mat. I think I talked about this in the first video too, that I was going to do this just so I could take it in and out because this cover is too big to put in the pocket. So I just added that. That way I just slide it in and out. That's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, it's a work in progress, so I'll always be adding stuff to it. I didn't embellish a lot because this is my personal recipe book, so I didn't want stuff flopping about and everywhere when I'm trying to use it. And this is also my first junk journal, so please bear with me. I'm sure I'll get better at it. But yeah, I didn't want this one to be too, full of ephemera. So, and it's a little chunky, kind of. Not too bad. I mean, of course it'll get more chunky as I add more stuff. This has plenty of room to grow, so I hope you enjoyed the video and the whole series. Like I said, I'll have it linked down below, and we'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.